So now the first topic that we are going to learn about today, that is the structure of alveolus. Structure of what?
Alveolus.
Alveolus in that here the individual that alveolus is there. Alveoli helps in what?
Gaseous exchange.
Gaseous exchange, right? Have you ever heard about that epithelial tissues?
Yes.
कौन से पता है?
Simple.
That is simple squamous.
Columnar,
Columnar,
Cuboidal. Epithelium.
ciliated epithelium, है ना? So
Neural.
now from that squamous epithelium, if you can recall our bridge course, right? In that I taught that squamous epithelium is there. Squamous epithelium, that main role, it creates a diffusion boundary. It creates the which one?
Diffusion boundary.
Which helps in gaseous exchange. One of the diffusion है तो one of the process, that's the which one?
Gaseous exchange.
So now suppose here the alveoli is there. This alveoli is lined by the flat epithelial cells, and this flat epithelial cells we call the which one?
Squamous
epithelial cells. Clear? This squamous epithelial cells in this alveoli, some of these squamous epithelial cells are modified themselves, right? They are getting modified like this. Okay. Now, can you make out over here type 1, type 2 भी है? Green color के जो है, green color के जो है वो type 2 है. Green color के वो which one? Type 2. And this one, can you make out flat over here? These are the which one? Type 1. That's the pneumatocyte. Which word is given?
Pneumatocyte.
Pneumatocyte बोलते हैं, correct? Right? Type 1, type 2. Extra है, again remember only for need. Clear? First, ये basic आना चाहिए, whether you are appearing for NEET or not. That alveoli is lined by squamous epithelial cells. Some squamous epithelial cells are modified and become the modified cells. It form one type of chemical that we call surfactant. Which one? Surfactant. Right? Which one? Surfactant. This thing is necessary. जैसे हमने learn किया था ट्रेकिया में, while exhalation, है ना? While
Exhalation.
it should not be collapsed. So same thing. While doing exhalation, air should be remain which one? In this part, alveoli should not be collapsed during exhalation. समझ में आ रहा है? Alveoli should not be collapsed. It will remain in that position proper. So for that, this surfactant is needed, right? Surfactant basic इसका जो रोल होता है, that reduces the surface tension. Surface tension concept आपने physics में learn किया होगा, right?
Yeah.
So main ये surfactant chemical का रोल यहाँ पे जो होता है, that reduces what?
Surface tension.
That reduces what? Surface tension. This thing actually mainly required during the gestation period, right? In the 8th month gestation, meaning that pregnancy period, 8th month, the lungs development process occurs. Which one?
Lungs development.
You know that after that delivery, baby should cry first.
Yes.
है ना? Why?
मारते हैं.
The cry, during the crying nature, air enters into it, right? Air enters so that alveoli gets open. But that thing can be possible with the help of this surfactant. And this surfactant, if not produced, if premature babies are delivered, surfactant is not there, lungs are not developed, right? In this case, the chances are there for that infant, means that newly born baby, that can be in that the death occur, right? Death of that baby can be may occur. But nowadays medical science so much evolved, so this type of external chemicals treatments are given, right? Initial that ventilators also provide in some cases, so that the lungs that get expanded, right? Lungs get what? Expanded. अगर वो रोते नहीं हैं तो अगर मे भी आपने कहीं पे वीडियो में देखा होगा, तो in that first tapping, and second is a which one? अगर नहीं रहते
तो
that
उनको
blow
मुंह के-
air, right? From that mouth, so that the air enter and the lungs get clear. So that's why this इसका main role वहाँ पे होता है for lung, that's the lungs development. Clear? So now the first remember बाकी के जो ये cells है unmodified squamous epithelium. These are involved in what? Gaseous exchange. These are involved in what?
Gaseous exchange.
ये इसका main role क्या हुआ? Surfactant production so that surface tension gets
Reduced.
Alveoli do not get collapsed, right? Alveoli do not get what? Collapsed while exhalation. Understood this thing? So जो normal gaseous exchange करते हैं that we call type 1 and the modified we call type 2 pneumocyte, right? Type 1, type 2 clear? Sure? Anyone have a doubt in this part?
No.
Bakka? Anyone have a doubt? Sure? Next slide. This one we have learned.
Yes.
How many pleural membranes?
2.
Outer we call
Parietal.
Inner we call
Visceral pleura.
Between them, what is
Pleural fluid.
Pleural
Fluid.
What is the role of this pleural?
Absorb mechanical jerks.
Absorption of
Mechanical jerks.
Okay. Next one. Okay. Outer pleural membrane connected with
Thoracic cavity.
thoracic
Thoracic
cavity.
wall.
And the inner one
Lungs.
itself. Next one. Other than that, this we have understand. Can you able to understand this? This thing indicates that airtight chamber formation, right? First, dorsally on this side. This is ये ventral है, sternum. This part, right? That is the which one? Vertebral column. Front में देखो तो
Sternum.
and side
Ribs.
Next slide. See, can you make out? This is the dorsal side vertebral column. Ventral पे ही आया sternum and the sides पे क्या है
Ribs.
and lower
Diaphragm.
Clear? Now हमने तो क्या लर्न किया एयर टाइट चैम्बर है ना? So यहाँ पे तो बोन्स के बीच में ये तो स्पेस नहीं है तो फिर क्या कैसे हम बोलेंगे? Yes, these things are covered by certain cartilages as well as what that ends that's a gap. They are sealed by muscles as well as the which smooth muscles as well as the cartilage. ये positions दिख रहे हैं आपको white color? These are the cartilages. These are the what?
Cartilages.
And the next one over here, that's the between that ribs, the muscles are present. Between that ribs, what are present?
Muscles.
Muscles are present. Okay. Clear? Right? Next. Okay, see. Next. This one. Now, can you able to understand? ये muscles, right? And by that way, it's going to be packed, sealed, and form an airtight chamber. All sides are covered. Clear this thing? In which part? Thoracic cavity or the abdominal?
Thoracic cavity.
Thoracic cavity. Understood this thing?
Yes.
Sure. Now, in this part, we are going to learn about two things. पहले alveoli clear है, right? Now the next one, that is ribs part. Ribs total in our body, 12 pairs of ribs are there. How many? 12 pairs. Previous slide. Previous. Okay, next. Can you make out this diaphragm? Over here, right? This is the position of diaphragm. Previous. बस ओके यहाँ पे नंबरिंग किया हुआ है see that 11 12 मिला 1 to 12 ribs are present how many 1 to 12 ribs are present and this ribs ventrally connected to
Sternum.
dorsally connected to
Vertebral column.
vertebral column understood this thing now next is which one over here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and ये दो floating ribs होते हैं 11 12 we call the which one
Floating.
that we will learn in locomotion and movement chapter but आपको पहले ये पता होना कि ribs के arrangement ये है now suppose these are the ribs one pair second third fourth on one side in this ribs arrangement right now the next is a which one here from this way the muscles arrangement suppose ये दो ribs है right और muscles outer surface से attached है then we call external muscle पहले which one
External muscles.
समझ में आया अभी वही चीज अगर इनसाइड हुआ तो
Internal
ये
muscles.
क्लियर हुआ. एक्सटर्नल, इंटरनल. Here the proper term is there. Between the ribs, between the adjacent ribs, the muscles are there. This one we call, अगर outer surface पे है तो external intercostal muscles. Which one?
Intercostal muscles.
Intercostal muscles. External, right? If two ribs are there, over here muscles are arranged. This muscles name is a which one?
External intercostal muscles.
Clear? Now next, अगर ऐसे arrange है, inner side, then
Internal costal
intercostal
muscles.
So this one we call the which one?
Internal costal muscles.
Basically, they are the modification of smooth muscles. Muscles तो तीन type के हैं, skeletal,
Smooth और cardiac.
right? Cardiac सिर्फ कहाँ पे मिलेंगे?
Heart.
Here in that visceral organ, mainly the smooth muscles are there, and here the smooth muscles, right? The according to the location functions, the name is given differently. External intercostal muscle, internal intercostal muscles. Good. Clear? Sure? Okay. Anshi, stop. So now we are going to learn about the mechanism of inhalation and mechanism of exhalation. Very, very important topic. Remember, for sequence based MCQ, even for theory. Clear? So now, very easy. First, remember the steps only. You can easily recall the step, you can easily write. And the steps भी कैसे recall करने हैं? First you feel and that you write. Right? First one, that understand the axis. जब diaphragm मैंने आपको diaphragm के लिए बोला, then you have told me what? Diaphragm movement downward. Means upward. Exhalation के time पे
Upward.
Inhalation के time
Downward.
पे downward. Upward, downward. ये movement था. This axis we call anterior-posterior axis. Which axis?
Anterior posterior axis.
Remember, इसमें दो axis main learn करनी है. Once you understand, you can easily write that. So this axis we call which one?
Anterior posterior axis.
Which one? Diaphragm movement axis we call
Anterior posterior axis.
Clear? Second thing, that over here rib cage के लिए आपने बोला that comes outward during inhalation and exhalation पे क्या हो जाएगा?
Inward.
वापस inward, meaning takes again their original position. So now this movement is that जब rib cage का movement है in this axis, तो ये हमारा क्या है?
Dorsal.
ये हमारा क्या
Ventral.
है? तो this axis we call
Ventral
axis. समझ में आया पहले? Right? Anterior post ये axis है तो
Anterior posterior axis. Dorsoventral axis.
dorsoventral
Axis.
Clear? Anterior posterior and other is a which one?
Dorsoventral axis.
Understood?
Yes.
So first step. First is a which one? Diaphragm. Diaphragm, which is a dome shaped structure normally. Now, diaphragms ये dome shape. Their edges over here, muscles are there. This muscles when contract, muscles get what?
Contract.
Contract होंगे, then diaphragm goes down. Diaphragm goes down meaning what?
Inhalation.
Diaphragm becomes flat. Dome shape क्या हो जाएगा?
Flat.
समझ में आ रहा है? Dome shape में वो किस में convert हो रहा है?
Flat.
Initial understand. Diaphragm like this now become flat. तो इतना increase हुआ cavity. इसको हम ऐसे कर दे तो ये difference आ रहा है कि नहीं? Clear? So diaphragm normal shape is a which one?
Dome shape.
Right? Dome shape diaphragm during inhalation that becomes what?
Flat.
With the help of muscles which undergoes
Contraction.
relaxation,
Contraction.
So diaphragm, remember, goes down, becomes flat during inhalation. So ये कौन सा axis हुआ? Which axis?
Anterior posterior axis.
Anterior
Posterior axis.
Which axis?
Anterior posterior axis.
Now, next thing. So by this way, the volume of ये thoracic chamber है पूरा हमारा, याद है? पूरा क्या है thoracic
Chamber.
Over here, that's the diaphragm is there, है ना? Here the diaphragm is there. So diaphragm goes down. Diaphragm goes
Down.
It becomes what?
Flat.
Next slide करो. One more. Over here. Say this one. ये diaphragm. This one is a which one? Dome shape.
Shape.
This one goes down actually and becomes what?
Flat.
Inhalation के टाइम पे क्या होगा? Somehow it becomes what? Flat. So during that time, अगर ये नीचे आ रहा है in this way, ये इतना space है right now, okay? So this much space is increased in this thoracic cavity.
Yes.
Thoracic cavity का volume increase, तो cavity में volume increase, you know Boyle's law I think so. Volume increase आया है क्योंकि pressure decrease, वही law है ना क्या है?
Bernoulli's.
My mistake, Bernoulli's, right? That volume increase,
Pressure decreases.
Pressure decrease. किसके compare में? Atmosphere. Compare to which one?
Atmosphere.
Because they are connected with our nostril glands. Clear? Remember, when first step is a which one? Diaphragms get contract with the help of muscles. Next, it means with the help of muscles, diaphragm becomes what? Understand this one.
Flat.
That is the
Flat.
next one. After that, over here, due to this thing, the axis, which axis?
Anterior posterior axis.
That axis get
Enlarged.
The volume of this thoracic cavity
Increases.
Pressure क्या हुआ?
Decreases.
Compared to
Atmosphere.
That's why you know pressure gases के बेस पे है basically. यहाँ पे gases का diffusion है, तो gases always move from
Higher to
concentration to
lower
concentration. ये volume increase हुआ, pressure क्या हो गया?
Decrease.
That's why air drawn in. ये समझ में आया? This is the first step. Second, that is related to which one? Our rib cage, right? These muscles are there. Basically, mainly involved. That's the which muscles? External. Normal breathing में external intercostal muscles are involved, right? Normal breathing meaning हम योगा करते हैं तब deep breathing करते हैं, right? Okay, so external intercostal muscles are there. Remember which one?
External intercostal muscles.
Now these muscles will undergo contraction. So it pulls the rib cage
Outwards.
It pulls the rib cage what?
Outwards.
समझ में आया? Rib cage जो है, diaphragm का movement downward जा रहा है. Rib cage का movement क्या आ रहा है?
Outward.
Right? So outward normal इतना था. अभी outward हुआ. So क्या हुआ?
Volume
Thoracic
increase.
Cavity volume
Increase.
Pressure again
Decreases.
compared to
Atmospheric pressure.
That's why also the air is drawn in. So two things are basically responsible to increase that thoracic cavity, right? Thoracic cavity volume increase for the two things. One is a what?
Diaphragm.
And second is a ribs of that with that external intercostal muscles. Clear? So inhalation, mechanism of inspiration or inhalation. Remember this. First what? Contraction of
Diaphragm.
Okay, contraction of diaphragm with the help
Help of
that
muscles.
So क्या होगा?
They get flat.
It becomes
Flat.
Then it leads to what?
Volume increases.
Thoracic cavity volume
Increases.
in which axis?
Anterior posterior axis.
Anterior posterior
Axis.
So pressure
Decreases.
compared to
Atmospheric pressure.
Atmospheric pressure. That's why air draws in.
In.
Second, which it has?
Ribs.
External
Intercostal muscles.
That will do what?
Contraction
So it pulls the
Ribs
ribs outwards. Due to that also,
Thoracic volume increases.
in which axis?
Dorsally ventral axis.
This axis we call
Dorsoventral axis.
So pressure
Decreases.
compared to
Atmospheric pressure.
right? So that also the air is drawn
In.
So two things. ऐसा थोड़ी डायफ्राम सी जब आप पहले डायफ्राम का मूवमेंट फील होता है रिब केज का और दोनों साथ में
दोनों साथ में.
पैरेलली सो पैरेलली these two things are there which ultimately leads to air draws in from the atmosphere to the system. Understood this? Yes or no? ये है बेसिक मैकेनिज्म ऑफ इनहेलेशन और इंस्पिरेशन। नाउ हमें रिवर्स करना है, एक्सहेलेशन करना है, है ना? एक्सहेलेशन करना है तो जो मसल्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुए थे, नाउ दे विल अंडरगो
रिलैक्सेशन।
क्या आप उसके स्टेटमेंट्स एक्सप्लेन कर सकते
यस।
हैं? चलिए, तो फर्स्ट रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ व्हाट?
डायफ्राम
So again gain that
Dome shape.
So thoracic cavity volume
decreases, increases,
compared to
atmospheric pressure
That's why air is released
out.
Second,
External intercostal muscles
external
Intercostal
intercostal muscles
relax,
ribs
move inward,
thoracic cavity volume
decreases,
which axis?
dorsoventral axis
Pressure
increases,
compared to
atmospheric pressure
Why air is
out.
समझ में आया? This is the answer of mechanism of inhalation and exhalation. बोलिए, समझ में आया?
हाँ.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Clear है? Sure? One more time, last time revision. चलिए, first one, that is the starts with what?
Diaphragm,
Inhalation starts with inhalation process that starts with what?
contraction of
Contraction of
diaphragm with muscles,
so that
it moves, it becomes flat,
becomes
flat.
so
thoracic volume increases, anterior posterior
वर्ड जाना ही चाहिए तो ही फुल मार्क्स, अदरवाइज नहीं. एंटीरियो
posterior axis
pressure
decreases,
that's why air is drawn right. Next second thing क्या हो रहा है? Contraction of external
intercostal muscles,
that leads to what?
ribs,
Outward, right? So that
thoracic cavity volume increases,
which axis?
dorsoventral axis,
ये मत भूल जाना. Dorsoventral
axis,
pressure compared to
atmospheric pressure,
so that
air moves across inwards.
Clear? Relaxation के लिए चलिए diaphragm
Diaphragm
diaphragm now undergoes with the help of
relaxation, dome shape,
thoracic cavity
volume decreases in anterior posterior
in anterior
posterior axis,
right. Pressure
increases,
compared to
atmospheric pressure
that air is
drawn out.
clear. Next one, second thing क्या होगा?
External
Relaxation of
intercostal muscles,
so that
ribs move inward,
right to that original positioning. So this which one?
dorsoventral axis
Thoracic cavity volume
decreases,
pressure
increases,
and that leads to what?
release of
Understood? Yes or no? किसी को भी डाउट है?
No.
बोलो.
जो इसके मूवमेंट होते हैं आउटवर्ड एंड इनवर्ड वो सिर्फ एक्सटर्नल इंटरकोस्टल
नहीं. External normal breathing के लिए mainly external intercostal muscles. Other muscles, internal intercostal muscle as well as you know diaphragm. Diaphragm के lower side, diaphragm separates our thoracic cavity and then abdominal cavity. Right? ये समझ में है? Diaphragm. This is the main one that separates our thoracic region and the which one?
abdominal region.
Abdomen में left side पे just below the diaphragm that is stomach, right? तो ये जो abdomen region यहाँ पे start हो रहा है, abdominal cavity, abdomen region start. Over here also specialized muscles are there that we call abdominal muscles. उसको क्या बोलते हैं?
Abdominal muscles.
One external intercostal muscle, second internal intercostal muscle, and the third one is the abdominal muscles also. But normal के लिए सिर्फ external, but जब हम deep breathing करते हैं, deep inhalation, exhalation, during this time, right, these muscles are also involved. अब ट्राई करना, मे बी अगर आपने किया हो, राइट. नॉर्मली जब हम ब्रीथ करते हैं तो हमें यहाँ पे पेन नहीं होता है, बट सडनली अगर हम जब लाइक योगा स्टार्ट करें, डीप ब्रीथिंग करें, कपालभाति, है ना, देन इन दैट टाइम, ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम यू कैन एबल टू फील दैट ऑन दैट डे और मे बी 2-3 days पेन इन दिस रीजन,
Hmm.
बिकॉज अब तक तो हमने ये मसल्स को यूज ही नहीं किया था, राइट? अब जब डीप ब्रीथिंग कर रहे हैं, ये एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं, तब ये मसल्स यूज्ड हो रहे हैं, स्ट्रेच हो रहे हैं, दैट्स व्हाई दिस पेन आता है। ये अगर हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं, देन अभी वो नॉर्मल वही एक्टिविटी मोड में आ गए तो उसका पेन नहीं होता है, सिंपल। क्लियर दिस थिंग, understood, right? So these muscles are also involved, but during the which time they will be understood. Sure, Bhakta, stop. We have learned that inhalation, during the inhalation time muscles get contract or relax?
Contract.
And during the exhalation?
Relax.
Right? So contraction or relaxation, which one needs more energy?
Contraction.
Which one?
Contraction.
Muscles को contract होना है, right? Again उसकी position पे जाना है, it's a which one? Relaxation,
हाँ.
normal. So just only for NEET, remember this, that inspiration or inhalation is an active process. Then which process? Active process. And exhalation or expiration, other term, that is passive process. Inhalation which process? Active. Reason क्या है उसका?
Because energy is required.
Yes, because muscles get contract, they need energy. Exhalation, that's a passive process. Reason?
Less energy is required.
Yes, in that energy is not required. That's normal. It again reach to that normal position. Clear? Written? Expiration given in your book, right? Exhalation, another name, expiration. E-X-P-I-R-A-T-I-O-N. Expiration. Understood this much? Sure? Inside the lungs, we have learned that pressure increase, pressure decrease, right? The proper word is there. हम एक और word उसमें add कर। lungs के लिए कौन सा word refer करते हैं?
Pulmonary.
Within the lungs है तो should I use intra or inter?
Inter.
Intra or inter?
Inter.
Within the lungs है तो
Intra.
इंटर याद है ना, between competition वैसा है ना. So intra means inside the lungs, that air pressure, so that's we call intrapulmonary pressure. समझ में आया ये वर्ड का मीनिंग? इंट्रा मीनिंग व्हाट? इनसाइड. पल्मोनरी रिफर फॉर
Lungs.
Inside the lungs the air pressure. Proper term is which one?
Intrapulmonary pressure.
So जहाँ पे हम बोलते थे ना by contraction, thoracic cavity volume
Increase.
Which volume increase? So which pressure get decreased?
Intrapulmonary
Pressure get
decrease.
compared to atmospheric
Atmospheric pressure.
समझ में आया? ये वर्ड सिर्फ अगर न्यू है आपके लिए लर्न करना है. अंडरस्टूड? इंट्रापल्मोनरी प्रेशर क्लियर? Now this instrument name, that is the which one? Spirometer. Instrument name is what?
Spirometer.
This spirometer, right? In that you have to suck that air. Over here the air is there that we suck. तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Vacuum create होगा.
Yes.
Due to that
ऊपर आए,
falls,
हाँ.
right? That reach to that maximum level. And फिर हमें वो फाइंड आउट करना होता है कितने टाइम तक हम उसको होल्ड कर पाते हैं. That shows us what?
Strength of our strength.
That's a lung capacity.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं है.
Right? तो lungs capacity अगर जनरली ये कोरोना के टाइम पे lungs का एक्सरसाइज ही है, right? ये बहुत ही वेल नोन हुआ था basically. During that time, majority persons know about this, right? Spirometer. So now, with the help of this spirometer, right, we can assess that our lungs capacity. On the basis of that, one next topic is given, that respiratory volumes and respiratory
Capacities.
Very, very, very important topic for MCQ point of view, right? In our 11th standard as well as NEET. Remember, very important topic, this one for NEET. Clear? So now, next slide please. First one, the definitions which are given in your book, respiratory volumes. First 4 given for what? Respiratory
Volumes.
volumes, and then 5 to 6 given for the respiratory capacities. First we will learn the respiratory volumes. Volumes समझ में आएंगे, then you can able to understand capacity. Clear? Now, so first respiratory volumes are there in that given tidal volume, short form है TV. क्या? TV, tidal volume. First which one? First which one?
Tidal volume.
Short form
TB.
In that we consider only the normal breath, how much amount of air we inhale and exhale normally, जो हम कभी फील भी नहीं करते एक्चुअली, and हम breathe कर रहे हैं. That air I am talking about. Clear? That is how much. So in a healthy individual adult has 500 ml air. कितने?
500 ml.
That air is taken during inhalation as well as what?
Exhalation.
Understood this?
Hmm.
So first volume कौन सा है?
Tidal.
Tidal volume. Tidal volume normal. In general उसका meaning हम क्या simple meaning लेंगे?
Normal.
breathing. Which one?
Normal breathing.
Inhalation as well as
Exhalation.
Total amount of air?
500 milliliter.
500 ml air. In that, here the respiratory pathway is there, and then the alveoli. So, अब 500 ml air when you inhale, okay? So during that time, ये 500 पूरा air यहाँ पे आएगा, something remain in your conducting pathway also.
Conducting pathway.
Conducting pathway में भी रहेगा ना? Nostrils to that terminal bronchioles तक, वो air होगा कि नहीं होगा? Inhale करो, yes, air is present. So actual nostrils अगर हम यहाँ पे count करें, right? That is 500 ml air. How much?
500 ml air.
But उसमें से 350 ml reach to
Alveoli.
150 ml remain in a which part? This conducting part. Right? ये extra है, not given in your book, just for the NEET exam. That remember, mainly जो gaseous exchange में involve होता है, out of this 500, that is 350 ml air, which is reached to the alveoli, and 150 ml air that we call dead space. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Dead space. Dead space meaning dead नहीं है. Don't consider that. Dead space because here the name is given because we are not involving in the gaseous exchange. Clear? So gaseous exchange में involve नहीं है. That's why we call
Dead space.
Dead space. Right? जो conduction pathway में रहते हैं. Understood? So first we have learned TB, tidal volume, 50 plus 150 together 500 ml per breath. Right? So now, can you tell me per minute how many times we breathe? 12. चलो 12 रखते हैं. तो per minute में कितना air हम ले रहे हैं? 6,000. 12 into per breath 500 है. Yes or no? तो आंसर क्या हो जाएगा?
6,000.
Right? और मैक्सिमम क्या दिया था? 16. तो 16 into
8,000.
Sir, with this reason, in your book mentioned per minute, that per minute tidal volume पूछे तो
6,000 to 8,000.
per breath अगर tidal volume पूछे तो
500 milliliter.
Clear? Now, ये हुआ normal breath, right? Ansh ready? Second one, that is the additional volume of air that we can inhale, inspire. Forcible inhalation. Which one?
Forcible inhalation.
One word अगर हम लिखे तो क्या है? Forcible inhalation. पहले हमने क्या किया? Normal breath. अभी हम कर रहे हैं forcible inhalation. That volume we call IRV. IRV full form. Inspiratory reserve volume. Which one?
Inspiratory reserve volume.
Graph हम last में करेंगे as a summarize, right? Just now the name and the definitions given in your book, right? So IRV full form.
Inspiratory reserve volume.
Inspiratory
Reserve volume.
Repeat. IRV full form.
Inspiratory reserve volume.
अब जब पूरा टॉपिक हो जाए कंप्लीट, देन यू कैन रियलाइज कि ये टॉपिक क्यों नीट में एमसीक्यूज में आता है, कहाँ पे कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो रहे हैं, Clear? So IRV full form.
Inspiratory reserve volume.
So IRV inspiratory reserve volume meaning दो वर्ड्स में मैंने बताया फोर्स और फोर्सिबल
Inhalation.
राइट. मैक्सिमम आप नॉर्मल ब्रीथ करो एंड देन एक्स्ट्रा एयर यू इनहेल दैट मच द कैपेसिटी ऑफ योर लंग. है ना? हर एक का सेम हो गया डिफरेंट बट हेल्दी इंडिविजुअल का काउंट करके जो वैल्यू दिया है आपको दैट इज 2500 ml to 3000 ml. Given?
Yes.
Yes or no? How much values are given? 3000 ml IRV. See normal breathe करे तो only 5 per breathe
500 milliliter.
right? But when we do this deep breathing and a forcible inhalation, then how much amount of air is entered?
2500 milliliter.
Same way we can जैसे हमने forcible inhale किया वैसे हम क्या कर सकते हैं forcible
Exhale.
exhalation also, right? So forcible exhalation के लिए the volume is given ERV, expiratory reserve volume. Which one?
Expiratory reserve volume.
Which one?
Expiratory reserve volume.
Which one?
Expiratory reserve volume.
Which one?
Expiratory reserve volume.
Expiratory reserve volume meaning forcible
Exhalation.
right? Normal के बाद extra amount of air that also we can exhale out. That value is given
1200
1100 ml. How much?
1000 to 1100 ml.
Repeat.
1000 to 1100 ml.
Repeat.
1000 to 1100 ml.
First volume we have learned.
Tidal
volume. Which one?
Tidal volume.
Second.
Inspiratory reserve volume.
Third.
Expiratory reserve volume.
Tidal volume. Simple meaning.
Normal breathing.
Per breath how much amount of
500
ml. Right? Per minute.
6000 to 8000.
Next. Second. Forcible inhalation कौन सा होगा?
Respiratory.
IRV. Inspiratory reserve volume. IRV full form.
Inspiratory reserve volume.
Simple meaning.
Forcible inhalation.
Forcible
Inhalation.
ERV full form.
Expiratory reserve volume.
Full form.
Expiratory reserve volume.
Repeat.
Expiratory reserve volume.
ERV simple meaning.
Forcible exhalation.
Forcible
Exhalation.
TV.
Tidal.
हाँ. Basically amount.
No, 5
Per breath.
500 ml.
IRV per breath.
500 to 3000.
Okay. And ERV.
1000 to 1100.
यहाँ तक clear? Sure. Last volume, that is the residual volume, RV. That is the which one only? RV.
Residual
volume. Right? RV full form.
Residual volume.
Now, when you do this forcible exhalation, then also your body can feel that some amount of air still present in your lungs.
Yes, yes.
That is your residual volume. Right? Residual volume meaning what? Even after forcible exhalation, always some amount of air remain inside the lungs, alveoli. That we call the which one? Residual volume. Right? Remember. क्या है definition? Even after
Forcible exhalation.
Normal नहीं. Which one?
Forcible
तो रहने ही वाला है. ऐसा ही कि normal में नहीं रहता. Normal में तो हो गई. But even after forcible exhalation, some amount of air always remains inside lungs. That is our
Residual volume.
That is our
Residual volume.
That is
Residual volume.
values given 1100 to
1200
इसी में main confusion होगा ERV and RV. ERV में 1000
to 1100
है. 1100 to 1200
Residual volume.
Right? याद रखना residual volume. ये I think 10th में आया था ये word. Residual.
नहीं आया.
Okay. One thing, but ये line थी that always that air remain inside.
हाँ ऐसा था, हाँ ये था.
है ना? हाँ. So उसका proper word ये है, that is the which one?
Residual volume.
Understood?
Hmm.
Right? So now, first we now the next stop. Now the next one, that is after 4 volumes, the given that's the capacities, right? Capacities of the lungs. So first capacity IC, है ना? So in that inspiratory capacity, which one?
Inspiratory capacity.
IC full form.
Inspiratory capacity.
IC full form.
Inspiratory capacity.
Repeat.
Inspiratory capacity.
IRV full form.
Inspiratory reserve volume.
ERV.
Expiratory reserve volume.
नेक्स्ट, आप मुझे बताइए कि मुझे और आपको आपके लंग्स की कैपेसिटी फाइंड आउट करनी है इनहेलेशन. हाउ मच अमाउंट ऑफ मैक्सिमम एयर दैट यू कैन इनहेल. तो कौन से 2 वॉल्यूम सिलेक्ट करेंगे?
PV and IRV.
PV प्लस
IRV.
करेक्ट. पहले नॉर्मल इनहेल करो एंड देन
Excessive inhale करो.
forcible inhale. Right? And this together gives you what? IC, your lungs inhalation capacity. समझ में आया? Your lungs inspiratory capacity. Understood this thing? वैसे ही आपको आपके lungs की exhalation capacity find out करनी है. Which 2 volumes you can select?
TV and ERV.
Normal exhalation plus
Forcible exhalation.
This much amount of air your lungs can expel out. Yes or no? That is PV plus ERV is equal to what?
EC.
2 capacities समझ में आए?
हाँ.
Yes or no? Understood? Basic meaning first. IC full form.
Inspiratory capacity.
IC.
Inspiratory capacity.
EC.
Expiratory capacity.
Now, IC is equal to
TV plus IRV.
EC is equal to
TV plus ERV.
right. So IC that shows us what maximum inhalation capacity, that maximum amount of air, that volume of air which we can inhale, and same which maximum volume of air we can exhale, that's the
EC. Expiratory capacity.
Expiratory
Capacity.
समझ में आया? राइट. डेफिनेशन हम टेक्स्ट में से लर्न कर रहे हैं बाद में, बट मीनिंग पहले समझ में आया. नाउ नेक्स्ट गिवन कैपेसिटी दैट FRC, which one?
FRC.
RV and FRC का ऑलमोस्ट डेफिनेशन सेम है, बट क्या था पहले? तो RV का डेफिनेशन,
Residual volume.
डेफिनेशन वॉल्यूम ऑफ एयर
remaining in the lungs after forcible expiration.
अभी यहाँ पे हम फोर्सिबल की जगह पे सिर्फ क्या रखेंगे? नॉर्मल. राइट. इवन आफ्टर नॉर्मल एक्सहेलेशन whatever amount of air remain inside the lungs, that we call what? FRC, functional residual capacity बोलते हैं. इसको क्या बोलते हैं?
Functional residual capacity.
FRC full form
Functional residual capacity.
यहाँ पे R का जो है नेम रेसिड्यूअल है. ERV में R फॉर क्या है?
Reserve.
इंटरचेंज मत करना. क्लियर? FRC फुल फॉर्म
Functional residual capacity.
FRC
Functional residual capacity.
FRC
Functional residual capacity.
डेफिनेशन बोलो.
Volume of
air
remaining lungs after normal expiration.
नॉर्मल
Expiration.
और
Exhalation.
बोलिए, समझ में आया?
Hmm.
First we have learned which capacity?
Inspiratory.
Second,
Expiratory.
third,
Functional
functional residual capacity. Clear है? Next one. After that, the one more, that's a capacity. 2 more are there basically. VC, vital capacity, and the last one is TLC, total lung capacity. VC vital capacity जो है, right? Capacity of lungs, how much amount of air that inhale and exhale. That is VC basically. तो इसमें कौन से वॉल्यूम्स हमें लेने चाहिए?
PV and IRV.
PV plus IRV plus
ERV.
राइट, पूरा PV नॉर्मल ब्रीथ भी आ गया प्लस एडिशनल इनहेलेशन एज वेल एज व्हाट?
Additional exhalation.
क्लियर? इसमें सिर्फ हमने इनहेलेशन किया, इसमें सिर्फ हमने क्या किया?
Exhalation.
FRC में जो बच गया वही है ना,
हाँ.
बट वी सी इज द विच वन? PV plus IRV plus ERV. क्लियर? अभी उसमें में जो लास्ट वॉल्यूम कौन सा था जो बाकी है? अगर RV भी हम ऐड कर दे वो भी तो लंग्स में ही है ना, यस और नो? तो टोटल लंग कैपेसिटी बन जाएगा।
TLC.
समझ में आया? वो क्या बन जाएगा?
Total lung capacity.
VC is equal to what?
PV plus IRV plus ERV.
Total amount, right? Normal plus additional amount of air that we inhale as well as what?
Exhale.
Exhale. Inhale as well as what?
Exhale.
That comes under which category? Which capacity?
Vital capacity.
And with this vital capacity, when we add that
RV, residual
also,
volume.
then becomes what?
Total
lung capacity. समझ में आया? Sure. First volume we have learned. Quick revision.
Tidal.
Okay. Meaning?
Normal breathing. Inspiratory reserve volume.
Meaning?
Forcible inhalation.
Third.
Expiratory reserve volume.
Meaning?
Forcible exhalation. Residual volume.
Meaning?
Remains in the lungs after forcible exhalation.
Now, first capacity that we have learned.
Inspiratory capacity.
Meaning?
PV
PV plus IRV, but meaning is what? Maximum inhalation capacity. EC?
Maximum exhalation capacity.
FRC full form.
Functional residual capacity.
That shows what? Amount of air remain inside the lungs
After normal expiration.
normal expiration. Right? Next one, that is
Vital capacity.
Vital capacity में
PV plus IRV plus ERV.
right? That air mainly which we can inhale and exhale, whether it's a normal or forcible. And in that when we add RV also, then it becomes
Total lung capacity.
Total amount of air that accommodates in the lung, that is TLC. Clear?
Yes.
Sure? Understood?